Welcome back into the WTIM information station. I'm joined here with Tim Cassiner. We're going to get him on the line here, and we're going to talk about just all the things that he wants to today. Tim, do I got you? Here we go. We're going to wait for Tim here. I'm trying to get him here. Hello, Tim. We are trying to find Tim Cassiner right now. I just had him on the line. That stinks. I was just talking to him. He had a great few things to talk about his summer challenge. Here we go. We're going to try to get him back on the line here. And we lost him. So we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Tim Cassiner. We are back here on the WTIM morning show, and we are here joined with Tim Cassiner on the air here. Tim, do I have you this time?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
All right. Awesome. Here we go. And we lost Tim one last time there. We have to remember to take the phone off the air. We're going to call Tim one more time here. And here we go. Thanks for hanging with us, everyone. We're calling up Tim Cassiner right now, and he'll be on the air live with us. And Here we go. Tim Cassiner, are you back with us?
I'm back again.
We're going to do this all day, but we finally got you here in with us. We're all set up. Mr. Cassiner, cool. Officer Cassiner, what do you have for us today?
Well, I just wanted to talk about, here at Live Well at Penn Community Hospital, we're getting ready to start our summertime challenge, which is an attendance challenge for the months of June, July, and August. And basically what it is trying to get people into the habit of coming into the facility and exercising. I think that's the biggest hurdle that everybody has. And we do it on a way where if they make it so many days in June, they get a prize. If they make it so many days in June and July combined, they get another one. And if they make it for all 3 months, they get a big prize at the end. So kind of a lot of fun, and that's just getting ready to get started today, actually. And then another thing I wanted to talk about is I like to talk about our Group X classes and our instructors that we have doing all these classes. Our first instructor I want to talk about is Pam Baldwin. She actually, she's my do-it-all person here. She does about everything that you can possibly think of for me. But she instructs our Silver Sneakers Classic class. And in Silver Sneakers Classic, they do a lot of aerobic conditioning. They do balance. They do strength training. It's just a lot of fun, and they do it by using some of the exercises. They're in the chair, and other times they're outside of the chair, and it's just a really great time. And she has a great turnout with that all the time. She usually has anywhere from 15 to 16 people attending every time she has that class. So just an awesome class, and they just have a great time. We also have Roxanne Green. She does what we call a sit to fit. And in sit to fit, they're pretty much sitting the whole time. It's very low impact, simple exercises. It's real good for people who have poor mobility. and they can sit there and she can get them working, and it gets them all limbered up. And she has a great turnout there. We also started that same class at Assumption Library this year, and they've been turning out there at a good number too. So just another awesome class, and it kind of reaches those who have a hard time getting out and getting to exercise.
Yeah, without a doubt, that all sounds really cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's both of these are 65 and older. Which it's amazing how many of those people can get out and still get a chance to exercise and keep themselves feeling well. Also, we have new this year. We have Tara Crabtree that is teaching yoga for us. We went a while there that we didn't have any yoga classes at all, and Tara stepped up and said she would like to do it, and she's came in and just been doing a wonderful job for us. She has a great turnout every time she has it, so very, very fortunate to have Tara on our team. Another one we have is Glenda Kuhn. Glenda just started for us, and she is doing what we're calling a cardio pump class. And in this it's a step class. So we have our step up, and she does it between a step up, and also does it with weights, and then she also does some core. She choreographs all of this, and she does it with some really cool music. And the ladies involved in that are really loving it. Would like for her to even do more. So I've got to try to figure out a way that I can get things worked out to where she's actually doing more than what she is doing. So Glenda's been a great addition. I think she's only been with us now for maybe 2 months. So she's doing a wonderful job too.
The sit to fit, the yoga, I mean, this is all really well catered to the local community. Was that the goal?
Yes. Well, everything we do is, based on what we have here as members. We kind of get into, there's some of the things are a little bit more advanced than others. One of the things that our instructors do a very, very good job of is they tell everybody to work at their own pace. Not everybody is the same fitness level, and we try to do things that, it hits all levels, but we also watch, and we'll see some people who's trying to do just a little bit too much, and then we got to step in and get them to back off a little bit. Mm-hmm. But it's amazing to me how many of them want to have a really good workout. It's a joy to work with all of them. And like I said, those classes have been geared more towards like I say, the 65 and older. And then we've got a few more classes in here that's coming up that I'll talk about. That's more upbeat, high intensity interval trainings, and it's Amanda Taylor has been doing some of these, and she does some classes that I won't even attempt. But she does a wonderful job. She's got some great music with things. She's getting ready to start a new class coming this Monday. It's going to be called Dance Fit, and she's going to have some wonderful music with it. She's going to have some easy to follow dance moves and get some cardio in there. It's geared towards a lot of flexibility and stamina, and the whole time they'll be dancing. So really excited about getting that started. We have not had a dance class in several months here. So to get something back is fantastic. She also does what we call a body solid. And with body solid, it is working mainly your core. And it's a lot of stuff on a mat, on a stability ball. She does some with weights. And it's just, like I said, the number one thing for everybody is working our core. And that's what the body solid is geared towards. And then she also does a class that's called Pound. And she's actually certified in this class. And Pound it combines cardio, Pilates, isometric music, movements, plyometrics. And the whole time, they've got drumsticks that they are actually doing a routine to each song. and she's got some really cool music. And that's the one that I sat in one time and watched, and realized that she was way above my level. So she has a great turnout for that, and every time the ladies come out of that, they know they've had a great workout. So those are the three she does, and those are pretty high intensity.
Yeah, totally. Do you see the seniors get very excited over this type of thing? What do you see out of them?
Yes, we have a great turnout with our senior level, and then even with these higher intensity ones, we still have we have younger and older doing those. And again, they come in, they just do what they can do, and it's just fun watching them. They'll challenge themselves, and but we're also, like I said, we're catering to other generations too, and younger, who want to get in there and really get after it and get a good sweat going. So we're hitting all levels, or at least we're trying to hit all levels here.
Oh, without a doubt. I'm here with Tim Kastner. We got about 1 minute until we take our first break. Can you leave us with something before we go on this first break?
Just that, hey, I got to say that I'm very fortunate, and the city of Pana is very fortunate to have, the Live Well Fitness Center here at Pana Community Hospital. I'm blessed to have all these wonderful instructors. They make my job easy. And of course, to our members are loyal. We have the same ones, and they come and they get upset whenever we cancel a class. So, those are good things to have, that they have a passion for it.
Yeah, without a doubt. So I'm sitting here with Tim Kastner. We're talking all about these great events that are coming up, and just the great amount of things that the community is taking out of them, getting active out there in the community. You're listening to the WTIM Information Station. We are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Small towns are in, and Taylorville is poised for you and your family to join them. Taylorville has what you're looking for. Find out more, including upcoming events, by clicking the Small Town Taylorville icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Prevent early nursing home placement. Rent one of the catered care suites at Taylorville Estates Assisted Living. Immediate placement is now available. Find out more by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Miller Media Group Advertising gets results for Janet Wolf, administrator at Taylorville Care Center.
Well, it's worked in several ways. First way is we've tried to do a great recruiting campaign, and we found that the demographics on a couple of the stations fit that market that we're after. And then with the introduction of the chill, we feel like that specifically hits the senior market that we're trying to reach. And we've really seen an uptick in some of the phone calls and tours since using the station. We have had an increase in candidates applying on Indeed, helping direct people there, and we couldn't be happier with the results that we're getting. I'm very impressed with the level of customer service that we get, so that I have an opportunity to keep my ads fresh.
You are not called upon to make funeral arrangements very often. When you are, you want to turn to somebody you trust. This is Mike Masterson with Masterson Funeral Home and Cremation Services, Kincaid. Through the years, we have grown to know the people in our area. Our family has established a reputation for providing beautiful, dignified services. We have provided 3 generations of experience, compassion, and a long-lasting tradition of community service. Let our family serve your family. Masterson Funeral Home and Cremation Services, Kincaid.
I'm Will Perkins, President and CEO of the Taylorville Community Credit Union. TCCU is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the Miller Media Group Community Spotlight, allowing a different nonprofit organization to be highlighted on WTIM, WMKR, and WRAN each month.
Hello, I'm Bud Altman with the Lincoln Prairie Trails Conservancy. The LPTC was formed in March of 2017 as a non-governmental, all-volunteer group with a mission to work for the repair, maintenance, promotion, enhancement, and expansion of the Lincoln Prairie Trail. For over 6 years, we've worked to improve the overall experience for those riding, running, or walking the trail. This has been accomplished using all volunteer labor and donated funds. Please join us as we work further improve this amazing public asset. Call us at 217-820-0849 or contact us on social media.
This is Cammie Payne, General Manager of the Miller Media Group. We, along with TCCU, are proud to bring you the Community Spotlight each month.
TCCU is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the Miller Media Group Community Spotlight. Come join us. You'll wonder why you waited. Member NCUA.
By leveraging sustainable carbon management solutions like Navigator CO2's Heartland Greenway, ethanol facilities can make substantial progress toward carbon reduction objectives. Learn more on how they're partnering with ethanol producers across the Corn Belt. Click their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
The Shelby County Economic Development Corporation aims to foster, promote, and stimulate economic development. They're here to help your business grow. Find out more on the Shelby County Economic Development Corporation by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Back here on the WTIM information station, my name is Tim Zalabak. I'm joined here with Tim Kastner. We've had a great conversation so far about all of the great things offered for the senior citizens. Tim, do I still got you?
Yes, sir. I'm still
Perfect. Awesome. This worked out for us this time around. We're in for a good day here. So what else do you want to talk about here with our time left?
Well, we were talking about the classes we have in our Group X classes. I was talking about all of our instructors, and the last instructor is myself. Some of the classes I do what is called a Silver Sneakers Boom class. It's very similar. Pam does a Silver Sneakers Classic, is what hers is called, and mine's called a Boom, and it's just a step up. And we do a lot of different things where we're on our feet for the majority of the class, and then towards the end, then we sit in a chair and we do some mobility and flexibility towards the end. So it's just a step up from the classic. Like I have a good turnout with that, and the ladies there, they, like I said before, they like to be pushed. They like to have a good hard workout, and I'm just amazed at how well these ladies all do. And then I also do what we call a body burn class, and it's a high intensity interval training workout where we got we use some hand weights, we use bands, we do lots of cardio and lots of squats and lunges, and it's just a good hard workout where you're going to get you're going to work up a good sweat, and you've done something at the end of it. I do another class that we call cardio, and we made it just simply cardio because that's all we do. It's just we go for 30 minutes of just doing nothing but cardio exercises, with taking small breaks in between. Lots of fun, and like I said, it's a great workout. And then the last one I do is what we call a super strength, and those are on 2 nights out of the week. And one night we will concentrate on lower body, and the other night we will concentrate on the upper body. And then we also throw in a lot of core mixed in with those workouts. So those are the 4 that I do. Like I said, we kind of cater to a little bit of everything or at least that's what we're trying to do. Our classes all range during the day. We have early morning classes that start at 5:30 in the morning. We have mid-morning classes, and we have early evening classes. So we kind of got a little bit for anybody. So, we invite anybody to come here, visit us, and sit down with us, and we'll sit down and show them all the things that we have to offer. Besides the Group X classes, we also have a bunch of aquatic classes, which is so much fun. I never thought that exercising in a pool would be so much fun, but we actually have let's see, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we have 5 classes that's in the water. And then on Tuesday and Thursdays, we have 6 classes. And Saturday mornings, we even have a class. So we have a little bit to offer to everybody on those.
You say you have that on Saturday morning as well. It's the Senior Citizen Calendar events. I just know that one. It's an off day for those events. Probably big turnout for that. Who runs these on Saturday, and who's finding all the time to run these?
Well, we have, let's see, I'm trying to count how many instructors I have. We have Carol Schramm. Carol Schramm has been with us as an instructor for Aqua for as long as we've been open, I believe. And she does them every morning. We have Pam Baldwin, who does the 2 classes at noontime. She does those on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Roxanne Green, who we talked about earlier, she does the noontime classes on Tuesday and Thursdays. And then in the evenings, we have Jim Brewer, who will do 2 classes in the evenings on Monday and Wednesday. And then we have Cheryl Aller, who does the evening classes on Tuesday and Thursdays. And then I myself actually do some morning classes too. So, and then on Saturdays, they rotate between Carol Schramm, Cheryl Aller, and Jim Brewer on the Saturday morning class. So we got several of us that all get involved, and we all love it. And,
Totally.
you know, and anytime anybody has to miss, we got everybody else will step up. And the cool about the aqua is it's a therapy pool. So the water temperature in the pool is 90 degrees. So it is just it's so wonderful to get in there and start exercising. And then you just don't realize what a great workout you get until you've done it.
Right.
But it's really neat. And again, you know, it's not just for senior citizens. You know, this is we have no age limit here. The only things that we have an age limit on is the silver sneakers type of events. But other than that, you know, we have people of all ages that take advantage of our classes.
I mean, it sounds like a great way to stay in shape, keep the joints moving, keep the muscles warm. This has been great so far, Tim. Thank you so much for all this. We have about a minute left. What do you want to leave the listeners with?
Again, I just, I invite everybody to come and visit us, sit down with us and talk with us. You know, we're a little bit different than other fitness facilities. You know, our big thing here is that we believe that fitness has to be a habit. It isn't about going up and, you know, working hard for 2 months, then taking 2 months off. It's about coming in and getting into a regular routine. And, you know, and that's what we promote here, and have a great time and enjoy it. It's a place to get away from your everyday activities and, you know, and do some socializing if you want to.
Sounds like consistency is key, and it's going to be pretty easy to be consistent with all these fun programs going on. You're not going to want to miss any of those if you're eligible. I've been on with Tim Kastner today, telling us all about these summer challenges. Thank you so much for coming on the air with us today, Tim.
All right. Thank you, Tim. You have a great one.
Absolutely. Thanks so much. We are here on the WTIM information station. We are approaching the top of the hour here. Once again, I was on with Tim Kastner. We had a great conversation. We'll be airing that one again, and check on Taylorville Daily News for the story on that one. We talked about all the summer challenge opportunities for the local citizens of Taylorville. Thanks so much for listening. I am Tim Zalavac.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9 W300 EH Payne and Nokomis.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. The job market remained red hot. In May, payroll processor ADP reports America's private sector employers added 278,000 jobs last month. Analysts had been looking for a gain of 180,000. The robust jobs report raising the prospect of more Fed interest rate hikes aimed at slowing the economy in the face of stubborn inflation. A Senate vote on a debt ceiling deal expected in the coming few days. The bill cleared the House yesterday, but it was anything but a party line vote, noting that many Democrats voted yes. House Speaker McCarthy hoping for more bipartisan cooperation.
They said only thing they would do is just raise the debt limit. Well, now they voted for work requirements. Now they just voted to put PAYGO on on all of our president, that he can't go create a new regulation or others without cutting before that. They now just capped spending for 1% for the next 6 years. I can think of all sorts of more bills I'm going to bring to the floor. They just said now they'd vote for it.
Republican Congressman Chip Roy never did like the bill, saying GOP negotiators failed the American people.
My beef is that you cut a deal that shouldn't have been cut.
All right. Awesome. Here we go.
The fact is, at best, we have a 2-year spending freeze that's full of loopholes and gimmicks that would allow for increased funding for the federal bureaucracy in order to achieve a $4 trillion increase in the debt by January 1 of 2025. $4 trillion.
Today marks the official start of the Atlantic hurricane season, with forecasters predicting a near normal hurricane season, although they stress there is nothing good about a near normal season in terms of hurricane activity. Watching Wall Street, the Dow down 145 points, the NASDAQ trading 25 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Sleep Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-626-5252. That's 800-626-5252. 800-626-5252.
A former Brazilian president sentenced to nearly 9 years in prison for corruption and money laundering.
The Supreme Court sentenced Mr. Kleimola to 8 years and 10 months behind bars. His conviction is part of the sprawling car wash investigation. It has led to charges against a large number of Brazilian politicians, officials, and business leaders. Mr. Kleimola denies all the allegations, which are said to have taken place from 2010 to 2014 when he was senator. Now 73, Mr. Kleimola won't be jailed until any appeals have been heard. He was Brazil's first directly elected president after decades of military rule ended in the late 1980s. He stepped down following separate corruption allegations.
The BBC's Phoebe Hobson. Ukrainian officials say the latest pre-dawn Russian missile attack on Kiev has killed at least 3 people, including a 9-year-old child and her mother. Ukrainian air defenses shot down all 10 cruise and ballistic missiles launched by the Kremlin's forces. News and analysis, townhall.com. Canada, about to become the world's first country to require health warnings on each and every individual's cigarettes.
Canada's mental health and addiction minister says these bold steps will make health warning messages virtually unavoidable. The warnings on the cigarettes in English and French include poison in every puff, tobacco smoke harms children, and cigarettes cause impotence. Health Canada wants to reduce tobacco use below 5% by 2035. It says tobacco use kills 48,000 Canadians every year. The regulations take effect in August and will be phased in. King-size cigarettes will be the first to feature the warnings. I'm Ed Donahue.
America's declining birth rate declined a bit more last year. The nation continues to see fewer babies born than before the pandemic. The CDC says just under 3.7 million babies were born in the U.S. last year, about 3,000 fewer than the year before. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Hi, this is Jared White, host of Central Illinois Outdoors, inviting you to find us on the internet. We are up and running at centralillinoisoutdoors.com. You can jump on there to find our Catch of the Week segment. Also, our archive shows. After they air on the weekend, you can find them every Monday at centralillinoisoutdoors.com. So listen when you can. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search Central Illinois Outdoors. Central Illinois Outdoors on Facebook or at centralillinoisoutdoors.com. We'll see you there.
This is Staff Meteorologist Paul Trombley with your regional radio forecast. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times this afternoon with a chance for scattered storms. High of 88, southeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lows dip down to about 67 tonight. Chance for scattered storms. Chance for isolated storms again tomorrow. High temperatures reach up to 90, mainly clear skies. Get weather anytime by calling 824-6101 or online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Right now, 77.
This is a station editorial. I'm Randall J. Miller, station president. As I travel the communities in our Taylorville and Clinton station service areas, I continue to hear a common theme that I'm concerned about. That is the rancor and dissension that is heard in conversations on just about everything. The COVID pandemic has taken an emotional and mental toll on all of us. For months at a time, we were unable to have the one thing that we as humans must have: face-to-face relationships with family, friends, and community. This is having a devastating effect on those same 3 groups. We aren't communicating like we did before the pandemic. Friends and acquaintances are turning on each other. We as a country, as a state, and as a community can't operate this way. It takes communication. And as I've said the past 3 years, it takes all of us meeting in the middle. In my devotions recently, I came across a passage in Galatians 5 that seems fitting to share. In it, Paul the Apostle wrote the following: "You, my brothers, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge your sinful nature. Rather, serve one another with love. The entire law is summed up in a single command: love your neighbor as yourself. If you keep on biting and devouring each other, watch out or you will be destroyed by each other. End of quote. While Paul was writing about being spiritually free, these verses can be applied to our personal freedom we enjoy in the United States as well. Whether it's in Washington, Springfield, or the town you live in, we as Americans must meet in the middle to tackle the challenges we face in 2023. For without compromise, as Paul wrote, you will be destroyed by each other. Good words to follow to live life in our faith, with our families and friends. That's our opinion. We welcome yours. Our email address is editorial@randyradio.com. That's editorial@randyradio.com.
Spring is in full swing, and that means summer is right around the corner. Now is the time to call Southern Ledge Pools and Patios in Taylorville to schedule your pool opening appointment. Times are filling up, so call today. Get ready to entertain your outdoor guests with Lane's barbecue spices, seasonings, and sauces, now available at Southern Ledge Pools and Patios. Shop in-store and online. Southern Ledge Pools and Patios, 306 East Main Cross in Taylorville, your outdoor fun creator.
Jim Stepp is the owner of Central Illinois Asphalt in Taylorville. With over 40 years in the asphalt paving business, he's still at it today, based in Taylorville. Don't trust fly-by-night pavers claiming they've got extra asphalt, then play gotcha. Call Jim Stepp at Central Illinois Asphalt for asphalt repair and sealing. Make your driveway or parking lot dust-free with recycled asphalt and environmentally friendly sealer that doesn't contain coal tar and other harmful things to your health. Reach Jim by Googling Central Illinois Asphalt Taylorville for quality work at fair prices. He's your local paver with over 40 years experience.
Time to get back to doing those spring activities you used to do. Taylorville Care Center can put a spring back in your step with an extensive rehab program to get you back home. Find out more by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Hi, this is Will Perkins with Taylorville Community Credit Union. Find out about all the products and services we provide by clicking our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Now you can listen to WTIM on any Amazon Alexa-enabled device. There are 3 easy steps. Step 1.
Download the free Alexa app by going to the App Store on your mobile device.
Step 2. Enable our skill by going to the menu, select Skills, and then find WTIM News Talk, open the skill.
Step 3. Activate the skill by saying, Alexa, play WTIM News Talk.
That's all there is to it.
And to stop the WTIM stream, just say, Alexa, stop.
WTIM News Talk, now on the Amazon Alexa app.
Coming live from the WTIM Information Station, my name is Tim Zalabak here with your second interview of the day. It's 9:10, it's that time, and I'm here with Lisa Peterson. First, I want to thank our sponsor real quick. I'm sorry about that. Landmark of Taylorville is our sponsor for this one, but we're going to jump right into it with Lisa Peterson out of the U of I Extension office. Lisa, do we have you?
Yes, yep.
Beautiful. We got you on our end. You're sounding great. What do you have for us today, Lisa?
Sure. So I'm super excited. I'm here to talk about a class we have coming up that Extension is actually partnering with Live Well Pana, the wellness center there. And we're going to be doing a class called Eating Well as You Age. And that'll be Wednesday, June 21st from 11:30 to 1 p.m. And we're thrilled. This is the second one we've done with the wellness center. And our first one was a great success. Got all the air frying.
That sounds really fun. Eating well, and it's the time of summer. You want that summer body.
Yes, yep. And this class will really dive into, as we get older, some of those changes we make with our nutrition. The one big thing we focus on within Extension, and my role as a nutrition educator, is, of course, the food side, which is always fun. So, of course, I'll do some recipe demos in this class. I'm going to have you do a little bit of taste testing, because as we age, our nutrients change. So we're going to really talking about getting some of these good probiotics. So we're going to have everybody tasting some kefir, which is it reminds me of carbonated milk. That's the best way to describe it. But it's really good for your stomach. It's good for your gut. So we're going to do tasting of that, some kombucha as well for those who haven't had that. But this class will be a great kind of overview of what happens as we get older and what nutrients we need.
Yeah, absolutely. You're introducing them to probably drinks and foods that they've never had before. What's the response like to an elder drinking kombucha?
Yeah, yep. So it's really, again, we're talking about our stomach, our microbiome,
right.
all that inside of our stomach. So And a lot of people don't realize a lot of our immune system is related to that. So it's how do we get all that good bacteria going in there, keep us strong and healthy, and give us energy through the summer.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's summertime. It's definitely going to be important as it gets hotter and hotter here. You got to be fueled properly.
Yeah, yep. And same with, I mean, we talk about drinking different beverages as we get older too, and thirst actually decreases, but the amount of water we need doesn't. So we want to make sure we're still getting plenty of water as we get older. Water counts for about 50% of an older person's weight. And again, this is a decline of 10% from young adults, and it's linked to a decline in our lean body mass. So just because our sense of thirst diminishes doesn't mean that we should stop drinking water or that we should slow down. So it's making sure that we're keeping up on our beverages as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You said thirst goes down as you age.
Yeah, your sense
Wow.
of thirst. Yep. So you don't notice it quite as much. And we even say when you're thirsty, you're probably already dehydrated.
Yeah.
So that's a big part of it. And your kidneys don't conserve water as efficiently as we get older. So that's where, again, we got to make sure we have a water bottle near us, that we're getting plenty of water into our system. And I even tell, when I go into schools and we talk about energy, I tell kids the first place you should go if you feel tired is have a glass of water. Because again, that's the way we gain energy is through water.
Totally. I mean,
Yeah.
and I've heard that before. If you're feeling thirsty, it's already too late. I had a baseball coach tell me that, and I think about it all the time. Like, you feel thirsty, and that's your response to go drink some water, but you should be hydrating all day.
Yes, yep. And that class is going to dive into that. It's also going to dive into those vitamins and minerals that people don't realize that you need as you get older. We will talk about some of those food sources. That's always the first place to go. So like vitamin B6, that's something that's essential for our body metabolism. And it needs to go up a little bit as we age so we don't end up with a B6 deficiency. And a lot of people don't realize we get that through whole grains. We get that through organ meat, and soy-based meat substitutes also have a good B6, have a lot of vitamin B6 in them.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, you're going to try to hit all the layers on the food triangle here. What's one of the most received new items that the elders have kind of taken so far?
Yeah, so as we get older, some of the big things that we focus on again are that vitamin D. That one's generally for everybody. We joke it's the sunshine vitamin, and especially during this time of year, it's great. We get plenty of it because we get a plenty of exposure to sun. But that's one thing we definitely need, especially when it comes to calcium, and it's essential for our bone health. So we can always get it, of course, through the sun. We get it through salmon, tuna, fortified milk products have it. But there's actually a myth that our calcium absorption decreases as we get older, and that's not true. That's an old reference, and that's changed over time, which a lot of people don't realize. And calcium, we get that in many different sources. Generally speaking, we say women about 51 or older need about 1,200 milligrams of calcium per day, which is, I say that as June is National Dairy Month. So we're coming right into it.
Oh, yeah.
Which you get plenty of calcium through.
Yeah. So you need such a large intake of calcium. I actually didn't know that I need that much calcium. And I don't drink milk. So what can I have if I don't drink milk?
Yeah, so we get calcium in other places. Cheese is one of them. And it's a great option, but cheese tends to be a little high in salt. So again, watching how much we're eating of that cheese or the reduced fat cheese. Sardines, if you're a big fan of that has some calcium in it. Salmon does. One of the big places people forget about is dark leafy greens. So like spinach has it, kale has it. That's great sources of calcium. So if you're trying to find places, yogurt, that's another one. So I'm the same. I'm not a milk drinker, so you have to find different ways to get that calcium where you're not getting it from milk. Yeah.
Absolutely. We're here with Lisa Peterson out of the UFI Extension office right now. She does nutrition and wellness with them. We're going to go ahead and take our first short break of this interview. We'll be right back here with Lisa Peterson.
General Sales Manager Bill Pinkston here from Landmark at Taylorville with exciting news. New GM inventory is arriving daily, including the redesigned 2024 heavy-duty GMC Sierra and Chevy Silverado. And coming soon, the redesigned 24 Chevy Trailblazer, Trax, and Buick Encore GX. And now when you purchase a new or select pre-owned vehicle from Landmark, you get the Landmark of a lifetime powertrain warranty. Your GM Superstore is Landmark at Taylorville. And remember,
you always do better at Landmark.
It's spring. Time for a fresh start to put a spring back in your step. Taylorville Care Center wants to help you do just that. Whether you've been in the hospital or just need a little extra help to get back doing the things you used to do, Taylorville Care Center's therapy program helps you recover and return home. Private rooms for rehab to home are available to provide great medical care. Family and friends can visit to encourage your recovery. Find out more on Taylorville Care Center's great therapy program and put a spring back in your step. Call 824-9636. 824-9636. Caring for the community for over 50 years.
Local, local, local. For 27 years, Just Beds has been your local mattress store for 27 years, featuring locally made Bemco mattresses like Arctic Breeze and Max Life. That's a lot of local helping local. And all this month at Just Beds, you will save big on Bemco. Twin mattresses for $149, queen mattresses just $229. As always, free delivery, setup, and haul away locally. Thank you for supporting Just Beds for 27 years. Keep buying local, friends. See the Yawn Exterminators at Just Beds on Montvale and Springfield.
Just Beds. The Taylorville Tornadoes are gonna do it today.
Listen for Taylorville Tornado Baseball, Softball, and Little League games on New Country 104.1 and stream live on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. You'll hear boys baseball, girls softball, and Little League games brought to you by
your locally owned Scooters Coffee at routes 29 and 104 in Taylorville. Are proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the WTIM Tornado Give Back promotion. Scooters Coffee will donate the following to the Taylorville Sports Boosters. For each Tornadoes varsity football touchdown, they're donating $10. For each three-point shot in varsity Tornado boys and girls basketball games, they're donating $3. And for each varsity Tornado baseball and softball game, they're donating $3. The 22 local Scooters Coffee Taylorville thank you for your business. Amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
The purple and gold are coming your way. The Taylorville Tornadoes are gonna do it today.
This is Megan Lopez with Nesty's Burger Joint on the south side of the Taylorville Square. To see our menu, click on our icon on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
This is Shalas Nagel, Executive Director at Kimmer Village in Assumption. To learn more about our services, click on our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
If you're 40 and over, you'll recognize these artists by their first names. Frank, Dean, Sammy, Andy, Nat, Diana, Michael. Well, here's the big news. You can now hear Central Illinois' largest music library with over 3,500 songs on air and online at 965thechill.com. Tune in on the FM dial in Christian County and on your computer or smartphone. Hear these great artists and many more 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on 965thechill.com.
We are back here live on the WTIM morning show. I'm sitting here with Lisa Peterson out of the U of I Extension office. It's been a great conversation so far, talking about health and wellness for the senior community. Lisa, what else are we talking about today?
Yeah, so as the weather heats up, we are at the beginning of June here, is talking about how do we stay hydrated. So that's a very important topic, especially during the summer, because we're sweating more, we're losing more water, and water makes up about 60% of our body. So, and as we're younger, it's actually more. So it's making sure that we're getting plenty of water in our diet. And people don't realize, of course, water provides energy. We just talked about that. It also can improve mood, we found with research. It can help with focus, memory, it improves your skin. And for those who are always looking to kind of do some weight maintenance, water is a great way to help with that, because a lot of times we confuse thirst as well with hunger. So making sure that we're going for that water first to make sure that we're staying hydrated. And yeah, that's one of the things is, and it also prevents any type of kidney stones and constipation as well. So making sure we're staying hydrated this summer.
Totally. And it's not hard to stay hydrated, but it is at the same time, like you say, all these things, with hydration, and I fall victim to snacking. I'm a big snacker, but I also I like to think about maybe I'm just thirsty. You can fill your stomach with water instead of those calories. Is that kind of how that works?
Yes, yep, and that definitely can happen. I mean, you're like, okay, I've got to be hungry, and really you just haven't had any water that day. And there is a myth that we often talk about when we talk about water is, do I really need 8 glasses a day? And that's about 64 ounces per day. And this is a very highly debated recommendation. Many studies have said it varies from person to person, of course. This also varies based on your activity, what you're doing every day. But one thing to keep in mind is about 20% of all of our fluid comes from food. So when we say you got to stay hydrated, that's where the summer is a great way to do that through fruits and vegetables. You can think about watermelon, you think about cucumbers, you think about some of these fruits that have a lot of water in them. But I will give you a general recommendation. The Institute of Medicine does provide some general guidelines for beverage intake. So not specifically water, because again, 20% from that fluid. But for men over the age of 18, they do recommend about 13 cups per day.
Wow.
And for women, it's about 9 cups per day. That's fluid, that's drinking beverages. So again, that's Institute of Medicine.
I mean, I can't imagine too many people are hitting that quota a day, unless the people that really know about it are. I'm sure the doctors are. But can you let us know where to find that information on what foods are great for hydration? I think you mentioned it.
Yeah, yep. So you can always call our office and I can tell you too. But yeah, things like fruits. So fruits and vegetables, that's an easy way to get hydrated through food. So vegetables, kale is one. Any kind of green leafy vegetable is going to have a lot of water in it. That's why some of these foods don't last as long in your refrigerator. Grapes, watermelon, strawberries, blueberries, they all have a lot of fluid in them. And again, that's why we have a little bit of a shorter shelf life in the fridge, is because there's a lot of moisture. There's a lot of water there. But that's one way is, making sure you're getting plenty of liquids, getting them through food. Even people who don't like water, which on occasion we'll get those people who are like, I cannot stand water. Try adding things to it. Fruit is a great way to add to water. When I do it with the kids in school, we'll add cucumbers and make it like a spa. We'll have some cucumber water. But finding ways to up your fluid intake. So seeing what else can you drink that's going to help. And the ones we don't recommend would be things that are sugary or that have not the benefits that water does.
Right, that soda does not have that same thirst. It's thirst quenching for about 20 seconds, and then all of a sudden, physically, you don't feel any different than how you did before. You're still feeling dehydrated. There is that what most people think they can just drink, energy drinks to maybe even like a flavored water. They don't do the same thing.
Right. So like those fruit drinks, those pop or soda or diet sodas, they do count towards your total water intake. However, fruit drinks and regular soda should be, of course, consumed in moderation because they have all that extra stuff that's not going to really help you in the long run. So if you're going to drink, we say juice is a great option, but make sure it is 100% juice. If you read the label, some say 90%, meaning 10% is sugar. So focusing on that when you're reading labels for beverages.
Yeah, and knowing the nutrition facts on the back of those, it can always seem like a maze of things, and you don't even know what you're looking at. What's another thing you should really be looking at right now to avoid dehydration, to avoid just bad foods altogether?
Sure. So one of the great things you can do is, is invest in a reusable water bottle and keep it in eye shot. And we tell people that carry it around with you. If it is within eyesight, you're going to want to drink out of it because you can see it. So making sure you have a water bottle with you. Another thing with that, which we don't talk about enough, is making sure you are cleaning that water bottle regularly. And there's actually research out by the University of Idaho that gives you how to do that, to make sure you're washing it every day, you're sanitizing your water bottle about once a week. Do not share your water bottle because of germs going between people. But that's one thing, is having a reusable water bottle near you. Make sure you're drinking water during meals. That's something also for weight maintenance. Have a glass of water before you start eating. And then you're more focused on the food and you don't get confused between hunger and thirst.
It's a great way to differentiate those two. I got my Hydro Flask water bottle right next to me. It's a big old metal one. Do you recommend metal, plastic? It doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. I mean, of course, follow the instructions with them. A lot of them tell you don't leave those bottles in a hot car overnight, those kind of things. But yeah, make sure to read whatever they tell you on the bottle for instructions for their maintenance of it. So the same. I've got many, many water bottles at home, and I have my personal favorite, but everybody has their favorite when it comes to their bottles of water.
Of course, like my emotional support water bottle right here. I can't go anywhere without it.
Yeah.
But what else? We went through water. How else can people survive the summer through their nutrition and hydration?
Yeah, so one thing to be especially cautious of is we talk about exercise when it comes to fluid. So really thinking about these sports drinks. So these sports drinks can be great and beneficial when you're exercising for more than an hour at a time. The reason why is there's something called glucose, which is sugar, in those beverages, which is used almost immediately for energy. But again, typically those sports drinks are great if you're going for more than an hour of exercise. That's one of the big things with them. Otherwise, they're not providing you quite the benefits. But yeah, mainly focusing on that water. If you're going to hydrate before you exercise, we tell you about 2 cups before, 2 to 3 hours before you exercise. During it, trying to drink it every 30 minutes or so, if it's 10 to 15, depending on how hard you're exercising. But really focusing, am I getting enough water?
Right. So those Gatorade, Powerade type drinks are only effective if you've been putting in some athletic activity.
Yes, yep, and that's really, again, it's great 'cause it's got that basic sugar in it that's going to help, and electrolytes, which is going to help keep you hydrated. But it's really more beneficial if you're going for more than an hour at a time. So especially with kids when they're out playing sports and soccer and all these during the summer, it's great to always have water nearby or Gatorade nearby. They're usually active for more than an hour.
Oh yeah, definitely. They could run, forever, it seems. And
Yes.
a little bit of Gatorade there will keep them fueled for a while there. But you did say
Yep.
there is a big difference between the absorption and consumption between older people and younger people. Do older people need to prioritize drinking more water? How does that work?
Yeah, it's mainly because of we're not quite as aware of it as we get older, because again, that decrease in thirst, you don't realize you're thirsty, which is a scary thought because you want to stay hydrated. So yeah, making sure as we get older, as adults, that we do have that water bottle nearby us. We're finding ways to make sure we're getting enough water in. And I'm a sucker for those drop-ins. I do like the flavored ones that have a little bit of electrolytes in them, but they're helping me drink water. So I'm not a good normal water drinker.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm here with Lisa Peterson out of the U of I Extension Office. Lisa, we have about 1 minute left. Do you want to leave our listeners with one last thing?
Sure. So just a reminder about our class coming up in Pana. That's Eating Well as You Age. You can sign up by calling the Live Well Fitness Center in Pana. It'll be an hour. It'll actually be an hour and a half. It'll start from 11:30 and end at 1. And that's Eating Well as You Age, Wednesday, June 21st. Call the Wellness Center at 217-562-6231.
Beautiful. Thank you so much to Lisa Peterson out of the U of I Extension Office. That was such a great conversation. We talked hydration. We talked eating well. We talked calcium. We talked about how to survive this summer weather if you are coming of an older age. And yeah, that's awesome, Lisa. Thanks so much for being with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. All right. So we are almost here to the bottom of the hour. You've been listening to the WTIM information station. It is currently 83 degrees outside. We are here. We are finished. We are about to get ready for our third interview of the day. Once again, I was here with Lisa Peterson out of the U of I Extension Office, and she was with Nutrition and Wellness. The story on this one will be on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Go there to find out where to find nutrition and hydration facts so you can stay safe this summer. I'm Tim Zalabak.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason. The job market remained red hot in May. Payroll processor ADP reports America's private sector employers added 278,000 jobs last month, whereas analysts had been looking for a gain of 180,000. A Senate vote on a debt ceiling deal is expected in the coming few days. The bill cleared the House yesterday, anything but a party line vote, noting that many Democrats had voted yes. House Speaker McCarthy hopes for more bipartisan cooperation going forward. Today marks the official start of the Atlantic hurricane season. Forecasters predict a near-normal season while stressing there is nothing good about a near-normal hurricane season in terms of activity. Watching Wall Street, the Dow is down 48 points, the Nasdaq trading 15 points higher. More details at srnnews.com.
Sleep Financial Group is not a law firm. This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Come to my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-626-5252. That's 800-626-5252. 800-626-5252.
WTIM.
This is Tim Zalabak reporting. The Illinois State Fair box office will be opening for in-person grandstand ticket purchases today. Regular box office hours will be from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m., Monday through Friday and Saturday, August 5th through 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. You can also purchase tickets from www.ticketmaster.com. Fairgoers will also be able to purchase tickets at the box office to ISF Bears, Bronx, and Bulls Radio, the ISF Championship Demolition Derby, and the ITPA Truck and Tractor Pulls presented by the Illinois Soybean Association. Illinois Soybean Vice Chair Ron Kinderd says that he is excited to be partnering with the Illinois Department of Agriculture to help host the event. Discounted Mega Passes are available for purchase at the Emerson Building or online. You can grab a Mega Pass for $70 and a Jumbo Pass, which includes a giant slide, through $80 through July 1st. August 1st will see price increases, so the Illinois State Fair is asking you to get those before the prices go up. The admission bargain book will provide 11-day admissions to the 2023 Illinois State Fair for just $45. The season infield parking pass is $40, which allows you to park on the infield all 11 days of the fair. Old Dominion will be on Friday, August 11th. Alanis Morissette will be on Sunday, August 13th. REO Speedwagon will be on Tuesday, August 15th. Alter Bridge with Mammoth Will be on Wednesday, August 16th. Tim McGraw with Landon Parker will be on Thursday, August 17th. Marin Morris will be Saturday, August 19th. And Nelly with Ashanti and Ja Rule will be Sunday, August 20th. The Illinois State Fair will run from August 10th through 20th in Springfield. Find out more by visiting the ISF Facebook page on Twitter or Instagram. The Opposum Creek Recreation Area boat ramp is closed and will be through June 3rd. The closure will not allow access to Opposum Creek boat ramp area for both vehicle and pedestrian traffic. Dam West boat ramp will be used as an alternative. Closures are necessary to provide safety for workers and members of the public while construction equipment is mobilizing to get on the lake for a shoreline project. The Corps of Engineers say they understand the impact of road closures on the general public and apologize for any inconvenience. For more information, contact Lake Shelbyville Project Office at 774-3951. But for local news and information whenever you want it, make sure to download the free weekly e-newsletter at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Once again, if you want local news and information whenever you want it, make sure to download the free weekly e-newsletter at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
This is Staff Meteorologist Paul Trombley with your regional radio forecast. High of 88 this afternoon under partly cloudy skies with a chance for scattered storms. Southeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance for scattered thunderstorms again tonight. Lows around 67, mainly clear. Chance for isolated thunderstorms tomorrow. Daytime highs approaching 90, mainly clear skies. Get weather anytime by calling 824-6101 or online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Right now, 80.
With SRN Sports, I'm Michael Harrington. We'll start with baseball and the National League, where the Washington Nationals managed to avoid a sweep yesterday by the Dodgers.
The Nationals hit a season-high 5 home runs that led to a 10-6 win over the Dodgers. Manager Dave Martinez sure enjoyed it.
A few home runs, a few balls got out. We were able to get some hits, today. So the offense has been, they've been hitting the ball well.
Luis Garcia had the big one, a tie-breaking 3-run shot in the 8th inning. Dodger leadoff man Mookie Betts left the yard twice. Kyle Finnegan got the win in relief. Brusdar Graterol took the loss. Mark Myers, Los Angeles.
Elsewhere yesterday, it was the Pirates over San Francisco 9-4, Miami 2, Padres 1. The Mets beat the Phillies 4-1, Arizona 6, and Colorado 0. In the American League, it was the Tigers edging Texas, final score 3-2. This is SRN Sports. More baseball tallies for you. Angels 12, White Sox 5. It was the Guardians over the Orioles 12-8. Minnesota 8, Houston 2, Seattle got the better of the Yankees by a 1-0 score. In interleague play yesterday, it was the Reds beating Boston 5-4, Brewers 4, Toronto 2, the Braves over Oakland by the same score, Rays 4, and the Cubs 3. NBA news: the Detroit Pistons have reached an agreement to hire former Phoenix Suns coach Monty Williams. He agreed to a 6-year contract, reportedly. Phoenix fired Williams 2+ weeks ago, 2 years after reaching the NBA Finals and a year after he won the league's Coach of the Year honors. And in NFL news, Aaron Rodgers could be back practicing fully with the New York Jets tomorrow. After straining a calf last week, he was injured while participating in conditioning drills. Coach Robert Saleh says the calf is fine now. This is SRN Sports.
This is Tim Zalabak with your morning sports report. The Cardinals did not play yesterday. They won on Tuesday 2-1 against the Royals, but they look to play tomorrow against the Pittsburgh Pirates for the first game of the series at 6:05. The Chicago White Sox dropped last night 12-5 to the Los Angeles Angels. They look to tomorrow to play on to the Detroit Tigers at 7:10. The Chicago Cubs lost to the Tampa Bay Rays 4-3. They look to tomorrow to play the Padres at 8:40. That'll be a 3-game set. That's about it for sports in Chicago and St. Louis. This has been Tim Zalabak for your morning sports report.
If you're looking for a local, full, or part-time job in Central Illinois, there's an easy place to go to find current job openings. It's IllinoisJobPost.com. That's IllinoisJobPost.com. You'll find jobs available near you. And the best part is that it's free for candidates to access 24/7. If you want a local job, when you don't have to spend a lot of money on gas to get to, then you want access to IllinoisJobPost.com to check out current local job openings. That web address again is IllinoisJobPost.com. Another service from your friends at the Miller Media Group.
I'm Bob Phoebus from the First United Methodist Church in Taylorville, Illinois, inviting you to our open house introducing our new ministry center to the community. Join us Sunday, June 4th from 2 to 4 p.m. to see the new 12,400 square foot all-purpose building. It will be used for many sports and has 7 new classrooms. Enjoy a hot dog, cookies, and drink while the kids tackle an obstacle course. Come to the First United Methodist Church at Taylorville Ministry Center Public Open House, Sunday, June 4th from 2 to 4.
At People's Bank and Trust, they say you can bank on us to put your business first. Finally, you have a real banking partner to make sense of business lending. Find out how People's Bank and Trust's business bankers can serve you by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Jeff Robinson from Advanced Title. Whether selling your home on your own or through your local realtor, please give us a call at 824-8007 for all your title work needs.
We are back in the WTIM information station. My name is Tim Zalabak, and now I'm joined with the strategic planning team for the First United Methodist Church. We're very excited for that. Before we start, we're going to thank our sponsors of Landmark of Taylorville, and we're going to hop right into this one. How are we all doing today? Awesome. I just asked a group of 4 how they're doing today, and they all were going to respond at once, but they didn't. They're professionals. We're going to go around the horn here and introduce all of ourselves so we know who's talking. Can we start on our left here?
Absolutely. I'm Pastor Becky Lemke.
I'm Bob Phoebus.
Susie McClure. Kim Smith.
Beautiful. All right. We got that down. So a big new project for your guys' church, First United Methodist Church. We talked a little bit about a huge new development there. We're going to start with the open house. What do we want to talk about?
Well, I think that, one, we're really excited about an upcoming event on June 4th. This Sunday from 2 to 4, we're going to be having an open house for the community, and we want everyone to come and join us. We have games for the kids. We have an inflatable obstacle course, grilled hot dogs, as well as family scavenger hunt and other. This radio station will also be broadcasting live from 2 to 4, and so we're excited about that. And of course, Kona Ice will be there. as well. So we hope everybody comes out and enjoys that from 2 to 4 with us that afternoon.
Totally. Kona Ice got me fist pumping in the studio right now. I might have to go down there, get my thirst quenched, and you see that Kona Ice truck. That's a fun thing. You guys got a little bit of something for everyone at this open house.
Absolutely. Yes, lots of, we'll also be giving tours of the building. So come and we hope that the community takes advantage of this facility, because we really want to be in ministry with the community as well. And so we've already hosted a couple events for the Optimist Club. And we also have some other plans for different groups. We also have a room that, smaller groups can meet in the community. So please check it out.
Awesome. Yeah. So let's talk. This is brand new. Let's talk a little bit about construction, the process of that. How did everything go?
Yeah, I'm Bob Phoebus. I'm the senior citizen of this group. So I guess I'd like to drive down the past as to how this all came about.
Absolutely.
Back in the 1990s, the church envisioned perhaps modernizing our current church and adding on. But that got sidelined over time, mainly because of finances. And we even had drawings drawn up back then. Fast forward to about 2013 or 2014, and what we had is a MAP committee, which stands for, better help me out on that.
Ministry Assessment and Planning Process.
Yep. So once you put it to an acronym, that's all you remember is MAP. So in any case, that was a very extensive study. It had a big 100-page paper, and we met week after week. And what we concluded from that was that we actually needed to significantly overhaul our church from a safety standpoint and from a mobility standpoint. So we absolutely had to improve safety and security, but we started to look at what's the future going to bring. And we realized that, like most churches, we have some aging citizens like myself, and mobility was going to be a problem with all the steps in our current church. So we decided we had to do something there also. Plus, we weren't meeting the future very well. We didn't have a way to expand our ministries or reach out to the next generation. We were fairly limited with our 100-year-old building. So we decided what we needed to do is modernize our current church and add on a 12,400-foot facility, which includes all kinds of things that we'll talk about as this goes on. But we have now finished that. It's, I would say, 97% complete. We just have some furniture and stuff to bring in. And then we're ready to serve the public. And yes, we intend to use this as a ministry center and intend to hopefully expand our church outreach. But this wasn't done just for that. It was also done for the community. And it was built with the foresight of what might the community be missing? Might they need some meeting rooms? How about modern AV equipment and movie abilities, etc.? So we'd like the public to come and look at this, and I'd like them to dream with us. What can this be used for? Because our doors are open to everyone. So.
That sounds really awesome. I mean, the options are really endless. I mean, for the town of Taylorville, which, we could use really anything that people have on their minds. That's really awesome. What are some of your ideas for, you said some offices, which could be really important for people that don't have an office space or something like that. What else do you plan on or seeing?
Well, and maybe not offices, but as far as meeting rooms,
Sure.
like, once a week to come in, if they needed a comfortable place in which to meet, that would be great. Absolutely. I mean, we've got a lot of ministries. This year, we are also hosting the Vacation Bible School. And that begins on June 11th. And so we're going to be joining with St. Mary's Church, as well as Davis Memorial and First Presbyterian Church. And they're all going to be using that facility in order to carry out Vacation Bible School. So we have a lot of plans for how we can use it, especially with young families and children.
Well, picture in the winter, you want to hold a birthday party.
Where do you go?
We've got the space where you can run, play games, etc. Picture a service club that wants to meet regularly. We have a kitchen that's probably the state-of-the-art kitchen in Taylorville, Illinois, and can serve up to 240 people. Picture
Well, I think to go along with that, they could, lots of service groups do fundraisers, meals and such, and we have the perfect space as well as the kitchen to house such a thing.
This could be a gathering spot for just about everyone in the community, multiple ministries as well, which is awesome. It's going to be a mixture of everyone. So it's just such a large facility right now, and you guys still are looking for, you still need to put furniture in. It's still fairly new, you're saying, correct?
We just consecrated it on May 21st. So yeah, this is very recent.
Oh, wow, absolutely. And we brought up Vacation Bible School. I haven't heard that in a long time. I did Vacation Bible School when I was young. It was one of the best times ever.
Absolutely. And it's free to all the kids. So, you know.
Great. Where can they sign up for that?
you can call First United Methodist Church in Taylorville.
Perfect.
Right.
There you go. You heard it.
And we take volunteers.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, if I'm not too busy interviewing people, we can come over there.
To expand on that too, the VBS is a fun time for a week in the summer, but going forward, we're going to have an after-school program, and now we have the perfect space for that. We've housed it in the past with a little bit of tightness and congestion, but now we have the perfect space, and that's a program that once a week we pick up the kids from school and take them, and they have a snack and a little lesson and some activities and crafts, and it's a wonderful way to get kids in the church and take a little break from the parents as well. So
yeah, giving the parents a much needed break while doing something productive with their day. That's really awesome. We got about a minute here before we take our first break. What do we want to talk about to wrap this first little section up?
Well, I could tell you what you're going to see when you come to the open house.
Let's
You're
do
going to see an entrance. It's a drive-through where you could be dropped off if you have some mobility issues like wheelchair, etc., and easy access. You're going to see a 5,000-foot all-purpose room that has pickleball. You play half-court basketball, badminton, volleyball, and more games. You'll see a state-of-the-art audio-visual, which has a screen or a projection about the size of the movie theater. So it'll catch your attention. Everything's ADA compliant. And now, once we've joined the old and the new buildings together, we have ramps that get you both second floor old building. You can there's easy access and easy exit every place in that building. And that's what's changed. And you really do need to come and see it and come up with some ideas that we haven't come up with. So.
Oh, absolutely. This is the call to you, the listener. If you had something that would be great for the community, you might have a space for it here with the strategic planning team for First United Methodist Church. This has been awesome so far. We're going to go ahead and take our first little break here. You're listening to WTIM, your information station. We were joined with the First United Methodist Church. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the second half of this interview.
WTIM.
The markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn, beans, and wheat all trading double-digit higher. July corn 604.5 up 10.5. September corn up 13.5, 529 3/4. December new crop 534 3/4 up 13. July beans 1328.5 up 28 3/4. August beans up 27 3/4, 1245.5, and November new crop 1173 up 26.5. July wheat 616 up 21 3/4. September wheat 629 up 21. July bean meal up 990 403.30. July bean oil up $1.14 47.34. Livestock market, August feeders 237.60 down $1.57. June live cattle 169.35 up 22 cents. June lean hogs up 35 cents 82.92. Energy market, July crude oil, 68.13, up 4 cents. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
Chip Flory here, inviting you to join the conversation as we tackle the current issues of agriculture every weekday morning at 10:06 on the Talk of Central Illinois, News Talk WTIM. I host AgriTalk, the nation's longest-running interview show dedicated to discussing agriculture issues with the newsmakers and include you in the conversation via our toll-free number. We're here weekdays mornings at 10:06. We are AgriTalk.
I want more than a healthcare job. I want to work where I feel valued.
I want a place that helps me grow my career.
A place where every day feels different.
A place with an inclusive environment.
That's why I work at Memorial Health.
Memorial Health.
It's more than a workplace.
It's the right place for me.
And now is the right time to apply.
Visit jobs.memorial.health today.
Memorial is an equal opportunity employer.
Now you can buy Blue Ribbon farmer-owned Prairie Farms products in convenient grab-and-go containers. Get your favorite Prairie Farms whole milk, skim milk, premium and low-fat flavors, chocolate and strawberry milk. Yummy! Plus 100% pure Florida orange juice and a handy, easy-to-carry grab-and-go container. Get the protein you need every day with these products from farmer-owned Prairie Farms Dairy. Easy, convenient, and in your supermarket or convenience store.
Just Beds are the yawn exterminators, and they can give you a better night's sleep. Choose from Bemco, Chatham & Wells, Sealy, Simmons, and Tempur-Pedic. Find out the many models and styles available on their updated website by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
This is Mike Masterson with Masterson Funeral Home and Cremation Services in Kincaid. Let our family serve your family by clicking our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Now you can listen to WTIM on any Amazon Alexa-enabled device. There are 3 easy steps. Step 1.
Download the free Alexa app by going to the App Store on your mobile device.
Step 2. Enable our skill by going to the menu, select Skills, and then find WTIM News Talk, open the skill.
Step 3. Activate the skill by saying, Alexa, play WTIM News Talk.
That's all there is to it.
And to stop the WTIM stream, just say, Alexa, stop.
WTIM News Talk, now on the Amazon Alexa app.
WTIM.
Welcome back to your information station, WTIM. I'm Tim Zalabak, and I'm joined with the First United Methodist Church out of Taylorville. We've had a great conversation so far. Just a huge facility that they have, 12,400 square feet, and we're going to just keep going into the details of this new, we're going to almost call it a community-type building. It's for everyone else. So what else can we hope to see within the new facility?
One of the things that we really want to focus on in addition to our kitchen is the classroom space that we have available. We have 7 classrooms, pretty comparable in sizes. And one, that is designated for community use. It certainly doesn't mean that the church can't use it. But while we use them for Sunday school and those sorts of things, VBS, the options for the community to come in and use those are endless. One thing I think of having, experience teaching and now working in a school is tutoring. That's a big thing. There's always the need, and if you're tutoring, you're always looking for the spot to do it. It doesn't often want to be in a school because the kid wants to be out of the school. So, and there's Wi-Fi capability, dry erase boards on there. And so really anything that you would need for a situation like that. And certainly they can be used for anything else that you would need, maybe a more private spot than the general congregation area.
Yeah, totally. You brought up tutoring. That's such a huge piece. You're getting out of the home. You don't have to bring someone into a random person's home. You don't have to have someone random in your home. It's just such a great, place for things like that. And all these classrooms are so equipped with new technology to use, whiteboards and computers, etc. That's really exciting.
Yeah, and kind of along with that, Cheryl Van Dyke is our education and program director. Susie had alluded, this is Pastor Becky, by the way. Susie alluded to that a little previously about our after-school program that's going to be starting up in September. I believe on Wednesdays is the current plan, and it's free to all the kids. We've had a very viable and exciting program previously. Of course, then COVID kind of shut us down. And now we're looking forward to beginning again. They're going to be called the Jaywalkers. And for Jesus Walkers, we're all on a journey of faith, and we're going to have a lot of fun playing games with a biblical message, though, as well as snacks. Just crafts that we can do together, a lesson. So we're just very excited to have that program starting up again very soon.
Absolutely. It's the only time you want to be a jaywalker. It's got me excited. That sounds awesome. And this after school program, was it happening before your new facility was made? You guys have always been doing that, but now you can accommodate even better?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been very successful in the past. And then, as she mentioned, COVID kind of shut us down. And then we started the building phase and couldn't accommodate it. And now we're excited to start it back better. Bigger than ever.
And that's one of those things that we've opened our doors to the community. We encourage all the children to get involved in our programs, and that was one of the things that we discussed over and over was what can we do, as I believe Bob or Pastor Becky mentioned before, what can we do to enhance our community? We are a very close church family, and we hosted a lot of things for our church family. And now we've got a facility where we can open the doors for the community and invite them to come in and see what we've got going on behind those doors in a beautiful, beautiful facility. One of the things that we alluded to was the kitchen, and we had a professional kitchen designer come in and work with our staff on designing this kitchen. And we used to have a little kitchen in the basement where we would serve funeral meals, and we would open it up to community organizations like the Optimist Club and others. And if we wanted to serve a drive-by meal, you had to go up a bunch of very small, narrow steps, and it was pretty scary. But now we have a kitchen with a back door where we could do a drive-through through the alley. And it's just one of those things that we had time during COVID. We had a lot of time during COVID to take a look at our facility, our needs after the assessment was done, and our community needs. COVID changed the way we think about everything, I think, no matter what field you're in. And I think we enhanced our facility because of COVID and because of the possibilities. If it were to ever happen again, we will be able to serve the community better, I believe. And just one other thing I wanted to touch on is we also looked very seriously at the security aspect of protecting those that come through those doors, whether it be in the new facility or the old. And we've done a lot of security enhancements. As Bob alluded to, I believe, the fire suppression system was upgraded throughout our old building. And we've added the new, I want to say, fire escape doors. We already had them, but we've added and enhanced those, and we've got the fire doors in between the old and the new. So I think we have developed and we have built a facility for not only our church family at First United Methodist Church of Taylorville, but also the community where you can come in, have some fun, have some fellowship, be safe, and you've got this big, wonderful facility, including a very up-to-date kitchen.
Amazing. The ultimate gathering place. And we are nearing the end here. Can you leave us with where to find you guys?
We are found at 200 South Walnut, but actually you can exit off of Market Street to go into the new facility, which is connected to our church. We're the First United Methodist Church, and we look forward to seeing you this Sunday, 2 to 4.
Beautiful. You are listening to the WTIM morning show here on WTIM. I am Tim Zalback.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9 W300 EH Payne and Nokomis.
Normal season.
Mike Farrar, director of the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's Environmental Prediction Centers, says expect a few big storms.
12 to 17 named storms with top winds of at least 39 miles per hour. Of these, 5 to 9 are forecast to become hurricanes with maximum winds of at least 74 miles per hour. This includes 1 to 4 major hurricanes ranking as Category 3 or above and winds of at least 111 miles per hour.
Farrar says it's time to prepare now for the season's expected hurricanes. I'm Donna Water.
They are answering the call.
The governors of Virginia, West Virginia, and South Carolina are joining the growing list of Republican-led states sending soldiers or other state law enforcement officers to the U.S. border with Mexico. Virginia's Glenn Youngkin announced Wednesday he's deploying 100 Virginia National Guard soldiers and 21 support personnel at the request of Texas Governor Greg Abbott. South Carolina's Henry McMaster and West Virginia's Jim Justice made similar announcements Wednesday. At least 8 Republican-led states have made similar deployments in the week since Abbott appealed for assistance, which was issued in mid-May. Keith Peters reporting.
A 9-year-old and her mother said to be among those killed in the latest pre-dawn Russian missile attack on Ukraine's capital city. Ukrainian officials say they're not the only deaths. The Kremlin expressing outrage following drone attacks in Moscow and along the border with Ukraine, giving Russians a small taste of what their president has unleashed on Ukraine. However, there have been no deaths from the drone strikes in Russia. On Wall Street, the Dow up 26 points. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Let's see, you've applied for our open position for account representative?
Yeah, that's the one.
Great. I see you went to UC Berkeley.
It was really awesome. We had several sit-ins to protest oppressive capitalism.
Oh, and how about your skills for this position?
Oh, yes. I know all about how to spot microaggressions and root out privilege.
We don't really do that here. We do accounting and finance consulting.
Do you have any safe spaces?
Safe spaces?
Yes, where people can go to get away from the colonialist mentality. As long as there's a diversity, equity, and inclusion policy, we'll be fine.
Life's too short to waste your time on bad hires. I'm Andrew Krapschutz, the CEO and founder of RedBalloon.work. Every week, tens of thousands of reliable, career-minded job seekers visit RedBalloon.work without all that woke nonsense. Post your open jobs at RedBalloon.work. And if you put in promo code SALEM, you'll receive 10% off your first month's job posting.
Ukrainian President Zelensky has arrived at a sprawling summit of some 50 European leaders in Moldova.
There's the issue of countries like Ukraine, like Moldova too, who are very keen to join the EU. And we've heard from both of their presidents already saying that their countries are ready to join. They want to crack on and begin proper accession negotiations. Then there are concerns about cybersecurity, the future of energy supply, and all sorts of other regional concerns. The tensions between Azerbaijan and Armenia, for example, Serbia and Kosovo. These are all topics which are going to come up.
The BBC's Jenny Hill. The U.S. urging Sudan's warring sides to return to ceasefire talks and make a real effort to abide by a lasting truce. The appeal comes a day after Sudan's military suspended involvement in the talks hosted in Saudi Arabia with a rival paramilitary force. News and analysis, townhall.com. The GOP-controlled House on Wednesday night passed the debt ceiling deal brokered by President Joe Biden and Speaker Kevin McCarthy and sent it to the Senate.
In a press conference after the vote, the Speaker thanked Republican negotiators in the Republican conference for reaching this moment.
I just want to start by saying how grateful I am to Garrett Graves and Patrick McHenry. They've given their time and talents to this effort for more than a month.